Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Jason from the Locker Room Podcast, and I want to bring you episode 27 6 money tips I believe will help you. Number one, invest and save at least 5% of your monthly income. And I know I covered this in the last video a little bit, but I do believe that if you set aside a certain amount of money, a certain percentage of your money, 5%, 10%, 15%, however much you need to set aside, and you really save that, you set up a savings account, and you can even go to your bank and say, listen, I don't want to touch this, so make it to where I can only put in money, but I can't take money out. And maybe that's something that you can set up with your bank. But either way, I would say this: save at least a certain percentage amount. Best thing I could say is go to a financial advisor. But what I've been following is I've been saving at least 5% of what I make every 2 weeks. And I've been investing at least 5% everything of what I make in 2 weeks. So really, I'm making it work for me. Now, I'm not saying my model is particularly perfect, but it's better than what a lot of people are doing, which really isn't that much. So, invest, save. Those are the two best things that you can do. And, invest in real estate, invest in the stock market, invest in yourself, literally. Number two is do your due diligence on stocks and where the market is going. That is the best. Really. Like I said in my previous video and in this video, talk to a financial advisor. Ask them, hey, where is the market heading? What would be some good stocks that I could invest in? Watch a bunch of these stock videos, like StockMo or Zip Trader. A lot of these stock channels, I know they've helped me out in the past, but don't let that be your due diligence. You need to be the one that does your due diligent research and see how good these companies are. And I would even say just research one company, just one, or just 5 companies, and that's it. And invest in either that one company or in those 5 companies. But don't just go in it blindly. That's the worst thing that you could do. Number 3 is do not talk about your money. That is a lesson that I've had to learn the hard way. And that's the lesson that a lot of other people I've known that they've had to learn the hard way is don't talk about your money. Don't talk about how much you have saved up. Don't talk about your stocks and bonds. Don't do it. Listen, there are bad characters out. Now, I'm not saying go out in life and be paranoid and all that, but you do need to be smart about your money and who you talk about it with. So, definitely don't talk about your money. Be careful in who you talk about it around. Number 4 is do not get into unnecessary debt. If you're one of those people that go into, say, for example, you get a college degree and you get into debt and you say, for example, you get into gender studies. I don't know where you can actually get a good job at gender studies, but you know what? Listen, if you can't make it work for you, then you shouldn't have gotten into that debt. Now, I'm not saying college is bad, but you do need to make a debt work for you. Don't get into unnecessary debt. Don't get a bunch of credit cards and get into debt. Don't get a car loan that you can't pay off. If you want a car, try to get a used car. Try to get a used car that'll actually work or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, really, don't get into unnecessary debt. That will hurt you in the long run. Number 5 is probably the most important thing, is set up a budget. Listen, set up a weekly budget of what you're going to spend, where you're going to spend it. Walmart is not always the cheapest option, and sometimes it is. And you need to do your due diligence in that. Don't just go to Walmart just because you expect it to be the cheapest option. No. Do your due diligence in researching where can I buy cheaper clothes? Where can I buy cheaper groceries? Where's a good place to buy cheap meat? Something. But set up a budget. Set up how much you're going to spend. Don't let your money just fly out of your hand, because that's what you're essentially doing when you don't set up a budget. And 6 is, don't be afraid to buy used goods. Don't be afraid to go to a thrift store and buy dishes or buy clothes. You know, a lot of times people will donate clothes they've never worn, brand new clothes, brand name clothes that they've never worn. And sometimes people will donate furniture that are in very good condition, and yet you see people out here going to these high-end retail stores and buying the same furniture that they could buy for cheap at the thrift store, and it still be good. Listen, don't get into the trap of, oh, I gotta have this, I gotta have that. No. Get into the mindset of, I need this, but where can I get the best bang for my buck? All right? Listen, if you like the video, please subscribe. Please hit the notification bell for more content like this, and please like the video and leave a comment. Till then, hope you have a happy, successful life, and take care.